Established in 1989, Cleveland Theatre School is the brainchild of Laurie Love, whose vision to provide a high standard of theatre training for young people on Teesside has seen the school enjoy considerable success. From humble beginnings staging plays in the local church hall, they now produce 12 shows each year in their very own proscenium arch theatre.
Hi, my name's Liam Goodman and I'm the production manager here at Cleveland Theatre School, and I'm about to take you on a little tour, so come with me.
Cleveland Theatre School was formed in December 1989. Our first production was Joseph. It was in a church hall.
And then we moved into other community centres in the area, and we eventually landed here in our own theatre.
The building itself is vast, and when we first came, it was the building itself wasn't in a suitable state for training children, for training young people. And not only did we have the productions to put on at stage level, which makes money, we had to use that money and constantly build in the other areas to make them suitable for people to occupy and train in.
Been here 21 years now, and I eventually have become the school's choreographer.
What I'm primarily responsible for is the repertoire and the things that happen on the stage.
This is our stage door desk. This is where all students are signed in and out before and after each class. It's also the first port of call for any parents or visitors that come to the theatre. And these stairs also lead up to our studio rehearsal room, which is where we're off to next. We have 4 companies here in residence, and this is the main studio space where each company rehearses.
We've got Conservatoire, which is our large-scale musical theatre group, and they perform 3 performances a year. And we've got a young set group, which is sort of young people's performances. And then we've got the Voice Theatre Company, which is a small team of actors who produce anything from comedies to straight drama. We have Fracture Theatre, which is an associate group who are in residency with us, and they are performing 2 to 3 large-scale productions a year. All the productions are rehearsed over the top of each other, sort of overlapping in various areas of the building. But it takes normally about 3 months to produce a production from the beginning until the end, till when it reaches stage for the audience. The types of productions that we put on in a year, I'd like to think are of a diverse mix. For the audience, they don't want to come and see the same types of things over and over again, but also primarily for the education of our students. So we would have comedy, thrilling drama, large-scale musicals and dance shows, as well as a typical Christmas show, children's story for Christmas.
We're now here at stage level, but we need to go beneath the stage to get to our workshop, substage, and also our costume and makeup area. We're now directly under the stage, and this is where we can access all 16 of our trapdoors that lead straight to the stage level. This is the female changing area, and this is where we can have up to 2 companies in residence at any one time. And the fastest costume change we've done in this theatre was in a production of Encore, and it was 6 seconds.
I think Cleveland Theatre School is fantastic for offering students exposure to all areas of theatre, because we're one of the only theatre schools, theatre groups that have its own purpose-built theatre. We're not a receiving house. There isn't any other shows that come in here. Everything, all the 11, 12 shows a year that we do are all done by our students with huge educational benefits. And that's why we're unique, because we we are just one space for one purpose, which is the education of young people in Teesside.
We are self-sufficient here at the theatre, and our funds are brought in via the students, which is student fees and box office sales. We aren't funded by anybody externally. We do it all ourselves. The annual budget varies quite a bit. Depending on the school's repertoire, then it can range anything from 10,000 to 30,000 per year. Because we have the luxury of having our own theatre, we don't need to hire as much as we used to, so we can store sets and things. The larger scale productions are obviously going to take the budget right up to the higher end of about 30,000 per year, and the lower scale productions are going to bring the costs right down.
And it's not every theatre school that has the luxury of working full-time in a purpose-built venue, which means students at CTS can enjoy lessons in technical theatre too.
So we're now here on the stage, and our stage is 34 foot deep, 48 foot wide and also 40 foot high. Our auditorium holds over 350 people, and this is in the stalls and the gallery. And above the gallery is our technical suite, where we can control sound, lights and spotlight.
Being part of Cleveland Theatre School means more to me than I can say. I've only been a part of the company for a relatively short time, about 2 years actually, but I've just done more in that time than I've ever done before. I've been able to excel, I've been able to become a young actor, and I think I went to a lot of auditions this year that I wouldn't have gone to otherwise.
Being part of CTS means a lot to me. It's made me see the reality of the industry. The positive side and the negative sides. You know, the fact that you have to come on time, you have to be punctual, there's commitment involved, determination, and also the positive side, the adrenaline, the costume, makeup, everything comes with it, it's a full package.
It's a place where I can go away from everything else and focus on what my love is, and that's theatre. And it's not just the performance side of things, but also the technical aspects, so you get a feel for what happens backstage, and everyone has a job to do. And by doing them jobs, we're putting on the stage Laurie's, Alicia's, the creative team's ideas and making it into a production that we can really be proud of.
You can come here and take a lead role if you audition and take a lead role on the stage, but we do encourage the performers, the young students, to take active roles in prop making, makeup design, set painting, special effects. We have a fly tower here, so we can train people how to fly, and also do stage management roles, which I think is important because then they are able to understand all roles, regardless of which area they really want to go into as a profession. We've got at the moment I think 5 or 6 students who are in places like Italia Conti, Arts Educational and London Studio Centre in various stages of training. We've also had students go into soap operas as lead roles. And also we've got performers that are in the West End.
Hi everyone at CTS. Hello Laurie. Hello Alicia. I hope you're all well and I hope you're all still putting on some fantastic shows. I hope to see you all soon. Bye.
Since being at CTS, I've definitely noticed an improvement in my acting abilities. Like before I came here, I did go to auditions for places, and I never really got noticed. And then being here for 2 years, it seems like everything I've been to, it's just I seem to be singled out and picked.
I would have to say that my favourite production was Moulin Rouge, as it was my first ever main role, and it took a lot of responsibility to get up there on stage and really perform. I mean, the songs that I sang were very, very difficult, and I got a lot of praise off the audience, my parents, my director. So it was very, very exciting.
Like, I went to the National Youth Theatre in 2010 and got accepted there, and I do feel that most of it was because of the lessons I've learnt at CTS.
No formal skills are sort of necessary. It's fine if you've been somewhere else, if you've done some dance training or you've had some acting lessons, but we don't stipulate that you have to have that as a requirement to get here.
The lessons that you learn here, it's not just for theatre and going on to stage schools in London. A lot of the things Laurie and Alicia teach you here is really good for life lessons as well.
Just loving what you do and letting other people love what they do without being imposing upon them, then you'll be able to get to where you want to be.
Leave whatever's going on outside of the building outside and come in with a creative attitude and don't have any barriers up. Then if you know what you want, there's no reason why you can't get it.
The other thing that I'd like to mention really is that anybody who is new is guaranteed when the next production comes around the same audition chances as somebody who's been here for six years or more. Being new to the company doesn't mean that you can't have a main role if you're talented.
Hi, we're Cleveland Theatre School and you're watching Stage Talk.